And I promise to keep this one super brief tonight because I was like, I kind of want to do a team call, but at the same point, I was like, it's Tuesday, so I really don't know if it was going to be a big one or not, but I want to go over my marketing plan. So I just want to lay out for you sort of my thought process as I get ready to go into a new month and how I work through all of that. So that is all really that we are working on tonight. But the other thing about creating a marketing plan is really being in charge of your income. So it's really having some say in how much you're going to earn because you're actually doing more than just depending on, your team to produce sales or for the people around you to produce sales. Like you are starting to set benchmarks and goals for yourself in terms of volume, in terms of personal sales, in terms of Success Club points, and all of those things are really key for the longevity of your business, right? So we want to start creating that healthy pipeline of people coming in, clients coming in, so that we can create clients who have great results, and then those clients become really great coaches as well. So September I love that this is a month right now where they're giving us ample opportunity to increase our income. The company is saying, like, we want to help you as much as we can as we get into these months that a lot of people don't really associate with fitness. So they're doing a few things. You have your promo codes if you had earned them from the month before. At this point, it went into your emails today. So your emails should have updated around 1 o'clock this afternoon. I know I got my promo codes. I think I got about 6 promo codes for this month, which I'm not sure how that happened. I should have gotten more, but I feel like people maybe didn't use the promo codes last month, and I didn't.
I had people not use them, but I also saw a post either in the VIP one or roundtable that said people were seeing discrepancies, but it was followed up with the same, but I don't know if maybe they just didn't use them.
So Rachel Harvey said, like, you should see a tag.
You can. So if you look at their order history, whether they're a coach or a customer,
yeah,
it looks like a little like sale sign. Basically, it was just the outline of a tag. I know that I had 3 people last month who enrolled with it and didn't use it. They're like, oh, I forgot. I'm like, you can call in. So I know Caitlin actually had a coach who signed up and they didn't use it and they canceled and re-signed up. But people definitely
calls, like whether they used it or not. So I didn't really, I should have probably done a better job in following up with them to make sure they got $10 off, but I didn't. So
I had that same problem in July as well. Several people who I sent codes to didn't use them.
And then I lose them because I forgot to send
right. But I think I also read somewhere that in October, everybody's going to get them again. So it's not like it's going to continue on this. You have to keep using them to get more.
Right. Because we all know how Katie is with like tracking things, and she doesn't.
I only got 3 this month.
So, all right. So like, I'm just going to keep it super, super casual. I started to do this on the screen. I think it might help if I do it on the screen to walk you through sort of how my brain works instead of like holding it up. Do you guys want me to just walk you through it on the screen instead of holding it up? Probably. I can do that, but I'll keep it casual. All right. So this is my month. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay. So first thing that I do when I get out a blank sheet of calendar paper. So I actually get ready by just focusing on my month ahead. And before I really do anything with that, I go back to my August or my month before, and I just reevaluate everything. And I basically say to myself, all right, Katie, like what went really, really well and what didn't go well. And so for me, like when I look back at my month, I just knew that I fell short of a couple of my personal volume goals. So I set PV goals. So PV is my own volume that I bring in through sales. So I always set a goal for myself in terms of my volume. If I know that clients are constantly purchasing a product, or I know that I can depend on them every month for Shakeology, great. But if they become coaches, I no longer consider that like my own customer sales. So I set a goal for myself every week for what I want my minimum to be in terms of that. So if you don't set a personal volume goal, I want you to look at how you did last month overall. So if, let's say, at the end of the month you had 1,000 PV points, that means you averaged about 250 a week. You did about 250 volume points, equivalent to about $250 in sales. If you want to start actually increasing your income in terms of your own commissions with retail, let's bump up that goal just a little bit. So for me, I set a goal every week that I will hit a minimum of 1,000 PV volume points. So that is the volume that I bring in through my sales. So I say, all right, at the end of the week, if I didn't hit that goal, why didn't I hit it? So I went back and I just kind of said, all right, well, I've transferred a couple people to coaches' accounts who were really great customers for a long time. I depended on them for just their customer orders that they had. They had their Energize, they had their shakes. Some of them actually had the Power Greens. And so I depended on that, right? So when they became coaches, I knew that I had to bring in more customers. So I looked and I said, all right, I know that I need to set a benchmark with my customers. So the very first thing that I decided to do to kind of increase my income, like my own personal sales, is I said, number one, I'm going to lean into the launch of pumpkin spice Shakeology. So I know this is a little bit late, but if you haven't done a couple of these things, I did a post in the KB. I put it in Megan's team page too. But a couple of things that I did, I sent out an email. I sent one out this morning and I sent one out this evening, letting people know that it was very likely going to sell out. If you haven't done that yet, you can do it now. You can basically just send them an email, say, hey, Pumpkin Spices is live. It's probably going to sell out this evening. Just wanted to make sure you had the link in case you wanted to order. So I did that this evening. The other thing that I did is I ran a promo with my own customers in my challenge groups about ordering Shakeology. I did an Amazon gift card just like I did right here within the team page too, that would help me boost my own personal sales as well as my team sales too. So I made sure that I was doing what was in my control with that as well. So I focus on setting a goal. So I said to myself, all right, Katie, what is your weekend goal in terms of your volume? And so weekend for me is Thursday. I always count it Thursday because that's the end of the Beachbody week. So I said to myself, Katie, you will do 1,000 personal volume points in PS alone. And that's pumpkin spice. So I set that goal for myself, and then I backed into it and basically said, this is how I'm going to do that. So I said, all right, I'm going to put my customer email together. I'm going to make sure that I follow up with people who have asked me about it. I'm going to do a post in my summer warehouse sale page, and in that summer warehouse sale page, I am actually going to say like the pumpkin spice thing and get people interested in that as well. So I was like doing everything in my control to be able to do that. The second thing that I did is right now I'm not focused on necessarily a challenge group. So I am talking about the 3-day plant-based detox program that we have through Beachbody. And that is just the 3-day refresh, which is a plant-based because it is the vegan formula of Shakeology. And I am showing up every day. I'm sharing that. And then on Thursday or Friday, I will share my results with that. So I am being a product of the product. I'm sharing that detox program. I'm walking people through my stories of what it looks like. Today wasn't my best day. And I know that, but I also was incredibly busy. So I'll just bump it up a little bit more. I'll educate them a little bit on what a 3-day plant-based program looks like. And if I don't know how to word it, I just go to the toolkit that's available in the Coach Online office. And so I just write it out a little bit why I'm doing it. So once I did that, I set a goal for myself to be able to sell 3 challenge packs for the refresh. Super easy to do that too, because those are people who aren't necessarily tied to a challenge group, but just want to be able to get the promo code. They'll also be able to take advantage of an entire month of Shakeology so they can stay on track with their own health and fitness goals. So I said by the end of the week, I wanted to be able to sell 3 challenge packs, and I wanted to at least achieve 1,000 PV in pumpkin spice alone. From there, I thought to myself, all right, Katie, what is your next focus? My next focus is going to be for a preseason, a challenge group called Dem Jeans. We're going to be getting into Dem Jeans. And it sounds cooler when it's written. It sounds really lame when I just say it like Dem Jeans. Dem Jeans. I'm not going to say it like that because that sounds really lame. I'll sing it or something. It will sound a lot cooler. So I will focus this week on building an email list. So I'm going to be talking a lot about body confidence. I'm going to be talking a lot about, curves. I'm going to be talking a lot about just being a yo-yo dieter. I'm going to be talking about lifestyle. I'm going to be talking about nutrition. I'm going to be talking about taking care of yourself, making your health a priority. And I take all these ideas that I have because I know some of the struggles that people go through and the objections that I get whenever I'm getting ready to market. So whenever I start focusing on this, I will start marketing a challenge group that is focused on body image, curves, confidence, and rocking skinny jeans. So you're going to see that I'm going to be doing a lot of, I'm going to be doing a lot of posts that are going to be me in front of the mirror. I'm going to be doing my before pictures in a pair of jeans. I'm going to be talking about where I get my jeans. I'm going to be talking about where I shop. I'm going to be talking about all of these sort of things that people think about with fall fashion and being confident and being comfortable. Some are being over and being a little bit more lax, but still wanting to feel confident in those outfits. So I'm going to be marketing that for the upcoming challenge group. And then I'm going to continue marketing this. So I'm going to do this. I'm just going to click duplicate there as well. So I'm going to spend about 2 weeks. I usually back things up for about 10 to 14 days whenever I'm marketing something specific. I have found that repetition matters. I've found that people need to hear certain things over and over and over again before they join. So they're going to be able to launch that. I'm going to have that coming out on the 23rd. And then around the 22nd, I'm going to switch gears. And I am going to instead be marketing coaching. So that's going to start on the 23rd. That is also going to work itself into the 29th as well. So here is what I'm going to be focusing on. And then I am going to set a goal for myself for each week, how many people I want to bring in. So I know that at the end of the week of the 14th, I would like to bring in 2 new challengers. Here. So let me move it. And I will do the same here. But I also want to add that the other thing I'm going to be doing a lot of is marketing my email list. I want to start bringing people in to email me. I want to start seeing people on that list for just general things that they enjoy seeing from my site. So I look at the insights tools that I have available to me on my phone. I lost my phone. I have no idea where it is, but I'm going to use the insights tools and I'm going to go over the posts that have done really, really well. And when I find those posts, I know that my audience is saying to me, Katie, this is what I want to see more of from you. So if I have that evidence, I start doing more posts like that. And then I say to myself, what can I offer them in an email where they will subscribe or they will get something from me based on what they're already loving and seeing on my page. So one thing, for example, that I've been doing is I've been talking a lot about being a crazy sports mom. I talk a lot about having always living on the go. My husband and I are always at some type of sporting event. We're at the deck, we're at a tournament, we're at something. So I am going to also on the back end begin talking about my emails. I'm going to talk to people about how they can swipe up to get more information. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to keep collecting those emails as another way of starting conversations with people, being able to educate them on the other products and programs that I have out as well. Then starting on the 22nd, when I'm marketing coaching, I'm going to be talking about just in general why I coach. And you'll see that those jabs will be in there, not just during these times. You'll see me jab both of them out there, but my main focus is going to be on what I'm marketing. The last thing that I'm going to add is that the work is coming out on the 30th. I am going to be done with Morning Meltdown on the 29th because I started about a week early and I've been doing at least 10 workouts a week. So mine has worked itself out, so I will be starting on the 30th. If you are not able to do that, just have general information out for people about what the work is. It might be for your clientele, it might not be. There's probably people on your customer base that would be interested in this. You personally might not be doing this program. I am. I'm doing it with Mike. I'm talking about us doing this challenge together as a couple, but I am not really going to start talking about it until I have hit my end goals for what I want to be able to sign as coaches and as challengers for this month. So I know my brain is a little off, but I'm also going to just take a picture of what my list looks like here because I feel like it's not quite exactly the same thing here. But I'm going to put that up for you guys so you can see it as well. And then my last end week goal is going to be just 5 new coaches. Overall, by the end of the month, my goal is 10 new clients, 5 new coaches. And I break that down into every single week. So if you look at this and you go, all right, 3 challenge packs, 2 challengers, that's 7, 3 more by the end of the week. Personally, I don't sign a lot of discount coaches. If you're working towards a rank goal, that's very different. I mean, I would definitely recommend it if you're working towards that diamond, that emerald status, yes. At this point though, I really do tend to sign just more working coaches and I keep my client base there. So now back yourself into the goals and say, all right, what am I marketing this week? What's my focus? Where do I want to end the month? And then say, where can I end this week so that it aligns to where I want to finish my entire month. So I'm going to have Megan go ahead and share hers or just talk a little bit about her marketing plan. I know we're kind of on the same page with everything, and I'll take a snapshot of this and put it in our team pages.
Yeah, and mine, I have mine in my planner book. So it's not that. I think the way you did it though was super helpful. Mine's very similar to Katie's, other than I'm actually doing my 3-day refresh next week because we have our team retreat this weekend. So while I personally feel like I could use a 3-day refresh right about now, I am going to wait and I'm doing it next week. But by doing it next week, it actually allowed me to promote it within my challenge group. So I went into my challenge groups yesterday and I said, all right, I'm going to do a 3-day refresh next week. If you buy pumpkin spice, you can actually get free shipping and 10% off a refresh. So if you're looking to do these things and you want to join me, here's when I'm going to do it. I called a refresh rally. And I put it in my team page and I put it into both of my challenge groups as well. And I did get quite a few people, a lot of people who have them on hand, people who have already bought a refresh, who they just bought it and put it in their pantry. So hopefully this will get people to actually use it and then talk about it. Another avenue I took with that was if you haven't signed up a spouse yet, sign up a spouse with a refresh challenge pack. You do the refresh with me next week. Keep the Shakeology packets for yourself or to share with other people. That obviously was a coach pitch. But so that's the main difference from what Katie shared to what I'm doing, which just kind of shrinks my market for my challenge group down a little bit because I will be doing the 3-day refresh. So my pumpkin spice marketing was the same as Katie's, getting ready to leave this weekend for a retreat. So I'm not doing I don't want to have to be doing a business opportunity call while I'm gone. We're there to talk about or to work and to have network and to do our coaching stuff. But at the same time, I will, we have power hours scheduled into our days each day while we're there. And one thing I will do, which works out really well when you're at a coaching event, is I will personally message to people watching my stories every single day. And this started, I think Sarah Griffith gave this tip at the retreat last year, but she just said hey, thanks for keeping up with my stories. Love whenever we get all our girls together. We're usually building our business virtually. Are you interested in learning more about what I do as a coach? So I don't even have to, like, I don't plan on doing a call or doing a group, but I will be personally messaging like more than like the 5 or 10 a day, because I will try to snag anybody who's watching my stories from Thursday to Sunday and get them into, like, if they're interested in coaching, like Katie, grab their email address and kind of talk about that offline, not necessarily on my social media. So that's kind of something I will be doing, even though you may not necessarily see like direct posts about it. It's going to be more like, I'm enjoying this. These are my girls. This is what we're doing. But behind the scenes, I'm going to be messaging and asking people if they're interested in more. Once I get back, I'm going to do my refresh. Obviously document it, share the results, and encourage anyone who's going to be joining in the challenge group that starts the 23rd to do to make sure they are aware of the refresh. As always, I feel like refresh is always one of those add-on options. So if you're buying anything through Beachbody, when the special offers come up, refresh is almost always a choice there, whether it's 10% off or free shipping, there's something with it. So it really just comes to putting it out there. Like when you ask people, like, so let's say you have someone that's interested in your challenge group, when you're going through the options with them and you're asking them, what bundle they want or what they're going to start with, ask them, I don't know if you saw my results I shared last week. I just did this 3-day plant-based cleanse. I can add it to your cart at a discount. Are you interested? Or you add it to their cart and you say, hey, when I built your cart, I actually got an offer to add that refresh cleanse I did last week at a 10% discount on free shipping. I went ahead and put it in there. You can take it out if you're not interested. Kind of like I do that with Energize. I know Katie does too. It's one of those things, just put it in. And if they don't want it, they'll take it out, but they usually don't take it out. So if I'm going to be doing the refresh and I'm talking to other people, it'll be a way to follow up with them and hopefully get just more volume, more commission, more sales, more income from that. And this time of year can definitely be challenging. Like I've done this is like my 6th year through doing like the whole fall thing, but it's only going to be hard if you tell yourself over and over again, oh, the fall's so hard, nobody wants to join me. You just have to get creative. Run a theme challenge group. Like them jeans is fun. It's different. It's not what everyone else is doing. Like get creative. Tell yourself that there are people. Like personally, I'm in better shape in the fall and winter than I am right now because I love summer and I love sitting outside and I love s'mores and puppy chow and cookies and cocktails. And I worked out. My husband and I actually just did a second workout this evening, and I looked at him and I was like, I haven't put leggings on for a long time, and I'm just really glad I don't have to wear these out of the house. And he looks at me, he's like, could you imagine if we didn't work out though? Like the way we've been eating, like just imagine like if we didn't work out, how much worse we'd be, because we're on the same page and we're just enjoying life, and so many other people are too. So while sure, it's not the typical like get ready for a bikini type of pose, there are people who want to get back on track, who are waiting for their kids to go back to school because they want the routine, because they want to, get back into feeling good. So leverage that. Like that's so I guess my long story is that's my marketing strategy is, even though I actually started off really well with Morning Meltdown, I just love summer, and it was like a good change there in like the first 2 weeks. And right now, if I did a side by side to day one, it would be pitiful, but I'll do it. I'm not doing it today. I will do it, and I will share how I was like before day 30 backwards a little bit, because that's kind of just what happened with my life. And then I'm going to finish it back up and go hopefully the other direction here soon. But being transparent with whatever you're going through, if you're rocking Morning Meltdown, be proud of that and rock the progress. Personally, I've just gone backwards. So I'm going to share that a little bit, and then I'm going to tell you how I'm going to get out of it. I'm going to invite other people to get out of it with me. The other thing that I have jotted down that I haven't exactly planned out when to do it is doing some sort of free group here the end of September, early October, just to build on email lists, like, and build contacts and interest. I haven't done a free group for a while. It was something that I used to do super consistently. So I wrote down Crockpot group. Whether or not I do that, I don't know. Crockpot group is always super big interest because people like everyone has to eat, and crockpots are simple. So that's just something that I'm trying to think about when timing wise it would make the most sense. But just remember, the fall is not hard unless you make it out to be hard. And if you can get creative and stay consistent with your inviting, you'll absolutely be able to reach your goals. No problem. And you have a crockpot thing. I think I have something too. I've done a crockpot one before. But it's also a good, like, this is also a time of year where you might have to invite a little bit more and do a little bit more to continue building that momentum, because, you know, January will be here before we know it. And that's the more typical time when people are looking to get into stuff. But I can tell you, as someone who's hit SC like 20 plus the last 5 years, September, October, November, December, there are people out there who want to start now. So it's up to you to invite and stay consistent on that, to reach out to them and run fun groups and show your own results and progress as you're going through it.
Yeah. So we wanted to keep it simple tonight. Our call to act is very simple. Just make your marketing plan and then back yourself into your weekly goals. So if you set this goal to hit PV 500 every week, what do your sales need to look like for that to be able to happen? If you set a goal for SC2 every week, how many conversations do you need to have that happen? If you set an end month goal of SC20, how many does that break down to weekly? So this is our focus right now. When we are really building a business, we have to have a strategy and a plan to go into it. Megan and I just shared ours. You guys are more than welcome to use ours and just basically copy paste sort of what we did and just back yourself into that. Or if you have your own, if you're kind of doing your own thing with it, that's totally fine too. All right. So do you guys have any questions about that, or want us to kind of review anything that we had mentioned? I am going to take a picture of how I broke mine down, though, because I feel like that's going to be a little bit easier to do.
I actually think the way you shared it on the call, too, like how you kind of, your thought process to go through it was really helpful.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I really do tend to like focus on it like backwards. I kind of like back myself into it. So, and I always start with knowing how I did it the month before. So if I knew that July was a big month, I had a lot of sales, I focused on, it's no worries stuff. So I knew how well that went. And then I look at my August and go, okay, so I didn't do as well there. Where did I miss the mark? What can I maybe avoid so that I have a more successful, September? And I just keep thinking about those things as I go. So start with your last month. If you didn't quite get the goals that you wanted to, why? So make it very tangible. Just get down to it. Like, did you not invite enough? Did you not post enough? Did you not share enough? Did you get, were you just kind of crazy busy with everything else? Well, life's always going to be busy. So how can you make it part of your marketing plan? And just ask yourself those questions. All right. Okay, cool. I'm going to go to bed because I'm exhausted. And I look forward to sharing my results with you in just a couple more days, because I tend to do pretty well with the refresh. So I'm looking forward to sharing it. So, all right, guys, anything else? Any other questions? Okay, super simple call tonight. Have a great night.
I'm taking a quick pic. Say cheese if you're on. Okay. Bye.
Hey, guys.